Obviously looting. Jakat. A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually towards the demon surgeon. Oh, master of stitches, artist of the scalpel, and genius of the surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? Is this the trickery guy? The young man has a gloved puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with puppets for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Just wait. He's been doing this too much. Watch in silence. No, I will not say that my heart is free. Right now, it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or 2 of my time for something other than dinner. Has everyone ever told you that you have beautiful, smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. Done. Excellent source material. Now I'll go have a drink or 2 in a tavern and get to work. Fearless flirt. Why is this young man recklessly seeking out dates with the ugliest of Alicia Naira? Alicia Naira's denizens. It would be interesting to find him at the tavern and ask him about it. Is he the trickster guy? He found a part of it. Look, are you gonna be mad? Arena healer. A demon in blood-splattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh in his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? Who are you? I am the most important person in the battle bliss. I am a healer, or as they call me, a stitcher. They drag these poor bleeding fools from the arena so I can stitch them back together piece by piece. And I don't mean that quite literally, since most of them are in pieces by the time they get to me. At first, I simply reattach the severed limbs of wounded fighters. Now, however, my methods are far more interesting. Someone from Nauticula's inner circle taught me the secret of grafting flesh. By combining the flesh of different gladiators, I create the strongest, craftiest, most talented fighters. Oh yes, in these chambers, invisible gladiators are born. I am so close to achieving perfection. Soon my methods will produce better results than Nahedrian crystals. Oh, I do believe I may have a new theory about the origins of mongrels. Really? Nahedrian crystals. Even though we know this already. The Hydrian crystals are something of a legend here in Alicia Naira. Almost no one knows what they actually are, or how to get their hands on them. It all started with a few demons here in the city. These demons are suddenly very powerful in a very short period of time. Their transformation happened almost overnight. According to the rumors, these demons received their incredible powers from the Hydrian crystals. Now, all of Alicia Naira is crazy for these crystals. They're all anyone talked about these days, and all the merchants know that if you call your goods Nahedrian, you can easily double the initial price of your wares. You're not a healer, you're a butcher? The healer smiles proudly. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I am indeed quite proficient with an axe and a cleaver, and of course, I am very good with the thin blade that I use for the dissection of the jugular vein. You know, not every specimen turns out to be viable, and I have such a soft, tender, and compassionate nature. I just can't bear to watch others suffer. I could use the help of a healer. The demon dismisses you with a wave of a hand. I don't bother with regular wounds. They're not worthy of my craft. You drink a potion and you'll be fine. Perfect. All of them. And in the meantime, let's do. Oh no, not that. That had a name. Cell. Cell. More selling. We did pick up a lot of junk really quickly. This is +2, this is +1. 3, 2. So much stuff. So would you take the head? You would think they would take the head. Entomber. Entomber. I don't want to sell 2 of these. Oh. Oh boy. One sec. What is happening? Sorry about that. The lights literally, it's like our lights went on and off, on and off. But it only lasted like a minute or 2, then it came back on finally. Let's see. Spring. This, how much would this cost actually? Oh, we don't actually need all of those, but they shouldn't be heavy. Yeah, they're not. Let's see. Shield of Faith. Alright, we have enough for a good amount of stuff. Notables, nothing. Oh, Death Ward. Oh wait, no, I don't want that. Oh, that's what we need to do. Protection. Cause it's way too many we have right now. Or is this? 30 freaking 4. That's good enough. Okay. 8, I don't mind. Chaos, paralysis, haste. Oh, serious. Oh, they're giving us. We have a lot of stuff then. Death Ward. Firebolt, Bolt, Trucing, Restoration, Straight Restoration, 2. Sparks and heroism slow. That was too many slow. What's the DC? Eh. Lose person, crit. Darren can use that when he doesn't have anything else. They're still giving us stuff, so it's still not bad. Oh wait, Bear's Endurance. I saw it. Bear's Endurance. Bear's Strength. Oh, nope. Bull Strength, not Bear's Strength. Prayer. They're still handing us stuff. Oh, handing us money. Deal. Save. Hit.
I finished here. Is there more?
Ooh, what is that? Acorn pie, something we already have. When did we? Seriously? We don't have to go through everybody's stuff. When do we? Oh. Keep changing. Oh. That is fine. Oh. That wasn't for that.
Missed me already.
Straight restoration. I don't even know when you got a minus level. Seriously? This, oh yeah, it's a full round, so it's a minute. Let's see. You're fine. You're fine now. Fine. 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 You're not. However, you should be able to do. Yeah. There we go. Save. Ember could have, but nah. I think she could have at least. Let's talk to you. Zeklex. A stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something is inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklex. I am the arena steward. Armageddon is the master of the arena, but I help him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fight or to participate in them? The tiefling has a surprising opening on his face. After all these demons, he looks strangely normal. The tiefling looks you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. You strike me as an unusual fighter. You positively reek of Galarian. All this green forest with plants that don't try to eat you, and where the land isn't soaked in poison. Many demons think anyone living in such a modern environment must be soft, But I know how wrong they are. You should step into the arena, if only to dispel such preconceptions and gain some fame. And Mangaleth? I remember Demon called him Mangaleth. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that were just as deadly as his skill in battle. There is a rustling from inside the tiefling's bag, and an imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large, drooping ears and stares at you with huge, unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes with it from sight. I'd like to know more about the Battle Bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level, regular gladiators are at the next tier, followed by the members of the Nahedrian League. The champion towers above them all, and the master of the arena stands on his shoulders like an omnipotent god. Who runs this place? His name is Ermangaleth. He's a Cambion. He was born in the abyss as the offspring of an incubus and a mortal woman. Incubi are naturally persuasive, and Ermangaleth's father was especially skilled at using his words to manipulate and control. Well, his son inherited his silver tongue. His ability to influence a crowd is unmatched. With just the sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators themselves. What happens in the arena? The Battle Bliss is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand, fights are a big deal in Lucianira. They're the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment, but they are much more than that. These gladiatorial matches serve a kind of ritual, a daily offering to the demonic way of life. And those daily offerings, these rituals, are performed in the Battle Bliss. In a way, it's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason this city is still standing. Without the Battle Bliss, the demons would have brought Lucianira to ruins long ago, but instead of tearing down the city with their rage and their desire for slaughter, they come here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release. It allows them to satiate their lust for violence. What's the Nahedrian League? It's an odd name, I admit, but it's in keeping with the latest trend. Nahedrian is a very popular word in Lucianira these days. The Nahedrian League is led by the arena's current champion, Gelderfang, and only the very best gladiators can become members. The fighters of the league belong to Ermangaleth, but not all of them are demons. Lucianira serves as a crossroads between multiple worlds, and fighters come from many different planes to perform in the arena. Who's the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by the incubus named Gelderfang. He is the deadliest of Ermangaleth's fighters and serves as his bodyguard. He is a true artist of death and destruction. Of course, there are other fighters in the abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite and prolongs the agony and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fight into a spectacular show. He turns combat into a performance and knows how to create a dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are only two things Gelderfang wants in life: pleasure and murder. They are his obsessions, and he feeds that obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in Lucianira knows his name, and the audience yells it at the top of their lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. I always enjoy a challenge. If this champion is as good as you say, I hope I get a chance to face him in battle. You go down like every... He sounds like a dangerous and skillful opponent. I heard of Nahedrian crystals. Do you get them if you're a member of the league? Zeklex give a faint smile. They like you to believe that, but no. The members of the Nahedrian League are no different than the Nahedrian booze vendor in the tavern, or the Nahedrian whip supplier at the flesh markets. None of them actually have access to the crystals. I've heard that Nahedrian crystals contain immense power. Gelderfang would love to have one, and there are rumors that Ermangaleth promised him a crystal in exchange for his service as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Ermangaleth was lying. I'm not sure even he knows how to get his hands on a Nahedrian crystal. Okay, next question. I'd like to know about Ermangaleth. The imp pulls his hand out of his bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused his curiosity. His sad, drooping ears perk up with excitement as he stares at you with his big, round eyes. You wish to speak with Ermangaleth? Oh, I thought I was asking about him. Oh, I did say I'd like to talk to him. I'm afraid that's impossible. Ermangaleth never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides, and Gerda is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without permission. Ermangaleth believes that minimalizing his contact with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. I'd like to know more about you. The tiefling smiles wryly and addresses the imp in his bag. You see, Crow, this is why we work so hard to climb the ranks. We want it to be important. And now look, this stranger wants to know all about us. I mean, that means we're finally a big deal. Who is the imp hiding in your bag? The tiefling smiles at a little creature peeks out of the bag. It has big drooping ears, a small round face, and big round eyes that gazes at you curiously. This is Crow. He's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. I have no idea how he wound up in the abyss, but he's not had an easy time of it either. If our paths haven't crossed, we'd be dead by now. He's probably the only one I truly trust. The imp fidgets beneath your gaze, and finally darts back into the bag to hide. It is odd to see an imp, an infernal creature here in the abyss. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born of the plane of order and evil? Also, he's abyssal, infernal. I'm confused. The abyss is chaos. Also, he's from the hells. Okay. Your imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the abyss? Zeklex looks at you with respect. It's nice to meet a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasit. Yes, Crow is a devil, though a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but at the time we met, he was extremely unwell. Staying in the abyss is not much easier for him than staying underwater would be for a mortal. But that's how I spent the first real money I managed to earn here. On this fine stolen to order bag, it has magic symbols sewn inside it to make it interior bearable for Crow. Aww. You don't look like you belong in the abyss. The imp peeks out of the bag, and the tiefling grins as he passes his companion's tiny little head. That's because I like to stay organized. When I was growing up, I made mental lists of all my possessions, my money, my enemies and allies, my schedule and my goals. I am weaker than everyone else, and these mental Nini will probably love him. And these mental calculations helped me to survive. It was the only advantage I had, the only way that I could gain the upper hand. And keeping a list became a habit. I found that it disciplines the mind and keeps my thoughts organized. I am an accountant by nature, and my ability to bring order to the place where chaos reigns has turned out to be a profitable skill. So what's your role? Ermangaleth is an artist, not a clerk. That's why I have so many responsibilities. I search for new fighters, I make the fighter charts, and arrange the fights so that the opponents are evenly matched. And of course, I organize all the matches. Unfortunately, my master has a habit of interfering with my work. He's been very involved lately, and as a result, the fights have been terrible. The combat turns into meaningless carnage. There's no skill, no strategy involved. And of course, no one wants to place bets on fights like this. Everyone already knows who's going to win. There aren't any fights anymore, they're just public executions. That's also a form of entertainment, of course, but it's not what our audience wants. So who are you? I'm the arena steward. My position is prestigious, but my success is hard earned. My life has not been easy. I grew up in the streets of Lucianara. I was a street urchin and an orphan. I am the result of an act of violence committed against a helpless slave woman. I've always been weak. I've always been surrounded by those who are bigger and stronger than me. All my life, I've had to rely on my wits to survive. Actually, it was just me like them. Out on the streets, I scrounged around for food and tried to avoid becoming someone else's snack. Fortunately, I had someone to look out for. I had someone to look out for me. The tiefling takes a small piece of dried meat and hands it close to the bag. Quick as a flash, a scrawny paw darts from the bag and snatches up the treat. Crow has been my companion for a long time. He is also my partner in business. Together, we saved up our money one coin at a time. We made allies and sought out opportunities for advancement. We've worked hard to climb the ranks of society In the beginning, our goals were simple: never starve again, never live in poverty again, and never fear for our lives again. Trust me, those goals aren't easy to accomplish here in the Abyss. You have to be very influential in the city to achieve any of those things. But we managed to make our goals a reality. In fact, we've been doing quite well for ourselves here in Alicia Naira. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. I want all of. I have to go first. Zeklex bows respectfully. From the depths of his back, you see the glint of large, curious eyes. Let's see. And just in case, then let's go back. I want all of Evolutionary to know my name. I want you to arrange a match for me against the strongest gladiator. The tiefling falls silent. He looks as though he is calculating something in his head. Finally, he responds, "If that is truly your goal, you have to defend you will have to defend the current champion. If you kill Gelderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Gelderfang is a big deal here in Alicia Naira, and only members of the Nahedrian League, the elite gladiators of the Battle Bliss, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others just to entertain spectators. These creatures of the Abyss sow death and destruction in such a careless, casual manner. See the grimaces. I know that our mission is important, and I know we can't allow ourselves to get distracted by feelings and emotions, but smashing skulls and eviscerating bodies just to entertain these evil creatures? Iomade makes me sick just to think about it." The assassin shrugs. We kill demons all the time. We smash their skulls and rip out their guts. Why is this any different? If you don't want to kill demons for the entertainment of others, then do it because you enjoy it. I take pride in my skill, and I like to think that I have helped others. But I kill to protect the innocent, not because I take joy in murder. Only a complete misogynist would choose to live their life doing something they utterly despise. I'm not sure why you would go on dangerous adventures and fight in gruesome battles if you don't enjoy it, at least a little bit. However, if it makes you feel better, just remember that you are protecting future victims. The demons you kill will never hurt anyone ever again. But it's extremely difficult to join the League. You have to stay an active member and take their place. You have to slay an active member and take their place. So if you wish to fight the champion, you will have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I will be able to find a match against a more reputable opponent. Oh, very well, I'll prove myself. I'm glad I have reached an understanding. The inheritor is not gonna like this. Zeklex bows respectfully. From the depth of the bag, you see a glint of large, curious, round eyes. Let's go through all of this. Ooh. Half-Fiend Guardian Minotaur. We can do at least one. Actually, I don't know if... Okay. Let's save. Do we decide who's gonna do it? I'm ready to enter the arena. You're in luck. For the past couple of days, Armangalet has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to produce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think you could play the part perfectly. Armangalet may even give you a chance to earn a place in the Nahedrian League. However, if you do become a candidate for members, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against very dangerous opponents. Would it be a fight to the death? Of course. Every fight must end in the death of a gladiator. It's the most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiators finish off their fallen opponents. They want to see spectacular death scenes and cunning coup de grace. Of course, some fighters survive the ordeal and can be pieced back together, but The tiefling gives you an appraising glance. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. Who is my opponent? The tiefling looks questionably at the imp who is speaking out of the bag. The imp shrugs and waves his hand dismissively before disappearing again. Zerklex turns back to you, some nameless newcomer. I'm ready. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. They're so interesting. Can we get CeeLo to do it? Oh boy. It's only supposed to be one, isn't it? Seriously?
Defeat is not an option.
Seriously? Delay. After Avu. I'm fine with that.
Desna, guide my hand.
What level are these things? Seriously. 3? You set us up with level 3 creature?
Did I mess up again?
Yeah. I really want to use light up the angels. I feel like it's going to be shit right now. Someone has to give him sneak attack. So let's do that. Let's do a chain lightning. Cause we can. Oh. Oh. We have a winner! All hail our glorious fighter. She emerges triumphant in the dangerous violent conflict. She decorated the arena with method guts. Give it up for Incria, the method slayer. Give us level 3. I know it's gonna get harder still. Hey, who knows? Maybe someday she'll get a chance to fight against a member of the Nahidrian League once they start accepting methods into their ranks. What? What? Did he just call us a method? Back to the arena. I was not happy about. Well, I guess you always start off a little. Start off small. How can I be of assistance? Is this your idea of a joke? Are you trying to humiliate me? Why did you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? Your conversation is interrupted by a eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the slur of his words, he's under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Look at that. That's the Memphis Slayer? Train hard, girl. And maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real dredge. Ooh. Zeklex frowns in irritation. With astonishing speed, he produces a dagger from his sleeves and cut the demon's throat in a swift, clean movement. The insolent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. He slowly slinks to the floor beneath the contemptuous gaze of his killer. The tiefling cleans his blade with what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss. His face is pale, and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute, he mutters quietly to himself. Then he turns to you. Please listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done by Ermangalet's orders. He came up with the brilliant idea to match you up against a method. He thought the crowd would find it funny. I couldn't stop it, but I assure you this will never happen again. Oh, thank you. Quick as a flash, Zeklex produces a gold coin from his bag and places it in your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the teleportation arch that is located near the battle bliss. This is one of the privileges afforded to the arena gladiators. I want a proper fight. Zeklex closes the bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape, and I promise that I'll arrange a proper fight for you. I'll put you against the Freyr twins. They were supposed to fight someone else, but I can rearrange a few matches. They will be your next opponent. Just let me know when you're ready to fight. Don't like being called the Method Slayer. I want to change my title. There is nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it. And that is all that matters to Ermangalet. You remain the Method Slayer for as long as the audience finds it amusing. Recognize her on sight. We do have to do this. Save. We can fight them now, or we can come back. We can go do Shabaro, hopefully get a coin, and then go back and forth. But either way, I think this is a perfect time to stop this one. So thank you, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic time, and see you soon.